What are we doing? Dote. What goes in there? What goes in there?
Yeah.
What goes in there? I was trying to get him to say, when he says goat, he says doe-in-milk, or mill, really. But, hi guys, welcome to the channel. I'm Megan, and this is the GWP Homestead. A lot of you will know when I appear on the channel, there's some type of animal shenanigan going on. Especially if Reagan's not in the immediate ground of me. Well, I've been up to several that y'all don't know about yet. So we need to do some introductions, and then we need to go on an adventure. So last year in February, we bought our first Nubian, and we absolutely fell in love. I fell in love with the ease of milk, the bigger goat, the amount of milk, fell in love with all of it, and we made the decision that we wanted to get more Nubians. We were gifted a little bottle baby Nubian last summer as well, because she has 4 teats instead of 2, so someone gave her to us. I gotta dump the water out of the goat feeders. So as an effort for our goats to pull their own weight, essentially, I had told Reagan I was gonna keep a couple Nigerians and a mini Nubian, and I was gonna sell whoever I could and hopefully buy me one more Nubian. I was gonna try to get a Nubian kid, but then I was talking to a lady, semi-local, she's about an hour away, and she had a Nubian yearling. Good morning. Good morning, boys. Go, 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 go. She had a yearling. And so I set my goal to be able to buy that Nubian yearling without having to touch, you know, selling my kids to pay for it only. And I did that. I sell the babies, I have the money. I paid a little more to get a yearling because the breeder had already put extra feed into this goat. But the benefit to that is next year I will have 3 Nubians in milk. I'll have Belle, I'll have Elsa, which will be a first freshener, and then I'll have my new goat, and I'll introduce her in a minute. So I get her home, and I'm so excited. And then I had a friend reach out, and they're moving and have to downsize their herd, and she's like, hey, I know you love Nubians, I only have 1 left. I want to find her a good home. She's in milk, she's registered. Do you want her? And I got the deal of a lifetime on the second Nubian I brought home in less than 7 days. I picked up the yearling on Saturday, and on Friday I was bringing a second goat home. And if you want to see a little shenanigans of that taking place, you can go over to Heather's page at Heather Stone and Sage's Homestead, because I loaded 2 ginormous goats in my car and brought them home for us. One was Heather's, one was mine. But let's go in the barn before we milk, and I'll introduce you to our 2 newest Nubians before we milk today. 2 of the milk girls don't like that plan, but we're gonna do it. Oh my goodness. So, we brought home 2 Nubians. This little brown one down here, this is Laramie. She's our yearling. Elsa, you know, you can't take her spotlight away. She got to steal the show. So, this is our yearling. This is Laramie. I know it's kind of dark in here, but bear with me because they don't want to go outside because the grass is wet. And this big old girl, this is Dawn. This is our new in-milk Nubian. She was born in 21. She's a gorgeous girl, and she is huge. She's super skittish as far as like in enclosed spaces, but she is so sweet and so loving. You can see Deacon over there loving on her. So that's one new girl. See if I can get a good shot of Laramie. And here's Laramie. I'm a sucker for those white ears, guys. I love them. So this is Laramie. She looks a lot like Belle without the white spots on her body. She is very skittish. She came from a decent sized herd, so we're still working on her. She is getting more friendly. It's just gonna take some time with her. But I say all that to say next spring we will have 4 Nubians in milk. We will have 2 veteran fresheners, and then we will have 2 first-time fresheners. And I'm so excited. But let's get these girls on the milk stand and start milking for the day. Let's get the babies out of here and then we'll talk some more, because I said earlier we were going on an adventure after I introduced our 2 newest girls. So we're down to, oh my goodness, in our girls' barn, our girls' side of the barn. Come on, Deacon. In our girls' barn, we are down to only our keepers. So we were keeping our mini Nubian girl, my Nigerian Dwarf girl, or one of them, out of Mini Pearl, and then we're actually going to keep one of Eden's little girls as well, and she's also a full Nigerian Dwarf. But with that being said, I only have 1 buck on my farm that is intact. I have several wethers, but I only have 1 intact buck, and this far the only daughter that I've kept of Benji, my buck, has gone over to our friend Heather's house to be bred. Well, that all ends this year, guys. I finally broke down and bought a 2nd buck. So if you follow us and Heather, you already know who it is. And everyone has been pestering Heather about what his name is. But he is a gorgeous little boy. He is golden white. He's got blue eyes. And he is actually a blue cactus son. So if you know Nigerian dwarfs, bloodlines, blue cactus is a big deal and a very good you get a blue cactus boy to help your udders, because they throw some amazing udders. So let's hit the road. Me and Deacon are going to hit the road and go pick him up, and I can't wait to show him to you guys. In true Homestead fashion, when you go to visit a friend to do something, you end up helping with something. So we're over here with Heather at Sage and Stone Homestead to pick up our new little buckling, and I get to help her weather 2 of her standard La Manchas. So you got this little booger and Dad's little booger. So they're not going to be very happy here in a moment. Who are we going to get? Dope. There he is. Say hi. There's our boy. Say hi.
He's like, do you have a bottle for me?
You have a bottle?
See where I did his other skirt?
Yeah. You're so pretty.
I love him. He's an angel. We're going to miss you.
I'm gonna be so good.
Yeah.
Here. Come here, baby. Oh, I'm so excited. Come here. What do you think, Dee?
You're going to carry both babies?
I bet I can. What do you think, Dee? Are you excited? Yeah. Yeah.
You're going to be such a good boy. She's going to build you a good stool.
Definitely. You're going to need a stool for sure. It's going to be great. Walk. Do you want to walk? Or do you want the goat to walk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The goat can walk.
The goat can walk.
You got both of them?
Yep.
Okay.
Not that bad.
It's only temporary, my love.
He's so tiny in that big old crate. Oh, so excited.
I'm not used to not having.
So, we are home. This little guy's home. And we're going to put him in the pen with our bucks, our buck Benji, and some wethers from the past couple of years, and some of the boys from this year. But I'm also going to put in there with him the last boy that needs to be weaned this year. He was a bottle baby. He's about a week older than little Possum here. So we're going to put them in there together, just so they kind of have a buddy to buddy up with. So, let me think how I want to do this. This little guy should stay pretty close because he's a bottle baby too. Come on. Yeah, I think he's going to follow me for now. Goodies! Here they come. There's Miss Violet. You're going to get shocked. There's Miss Violet. Yep. You got shocked. So, that little guy is going to be your friend. This little one right there. So, I'm going to grab him and get him in, and then I'll grab him. Oh. So, this is Benji, our buck. He has been our only intact buck for several years now. So now we're going to add, we're adding Mr. Possum. Reagan named him. His registered name is No Show Jones, and then his barn name is Possum. Then we have his little friend in here for a little bit because he needs to be out of the girls' pen, is Mr. Sire. So, we got these guys in here. It's going to be loud for a couple bit. Mr. Sir's a bottle baby, so he's been off the bottle, so that's not a problem. It's just now he's not with his mom because she was still mothering him even though she wasn't feeding him. So, Mr. Possum will be bred to any of Benji's babies, obviously, that we want to keep and breed. And then he will probably also be bred to at least Belle to make mini Nubians next year. So I'm really excited about that pairing. We will have to make him a stool because Belle is big and he's going to be, he's full Nigerian, so he's going to be smaller. But we can make him a stool. It's not our first rodeo with that. But I hope you enjoyed meeting all of my new goat shenanigans I had going on. We still have one more goat to kid, so there's still some more shenanigans coming. And the kids we have left to come this year will be half siblings to Mr. Possum. My goat Rosemary was bred to Mr. Possum's dad. So they will be half siblings to Mr. Possum here and have some blue cactus in them. So we are excited to see them. Oh, are you loving on Mr. Benji? Yep. Don't look. Benji's a wonderful buck. He may stink, but he is so good with the kids. And he's in his ugly duckling spring stage. He blows his fur. And he always looks like an ugly duckling for a little bit. But that is all I had for you today, guys. Thank you for coming along on our goat shenanigan introduction video. And we hope to see you on the next video. I'm Megan from the GWP Homestead. Bye, guys.